Response belated to WSO Steve Olson fans who have decided to do a lot of painfully ironic stuff. I've eliminated the stuff that's the same old, same old. We're going to get to the commentary. On a video I posted about Steve Olson claiming that everybody else has a backdoor, some secret access to the Navy Sachi images, which he misrepresented as being a different set of images, when really he was just trying to make sure you got a bait and switch and said, see, they edited it. No, they didn't. It's two different image processing types. Ironically, someone points that out in their critique of me. I know now that to trust WAPTEK's evaluation on any subject is suspect. So says a blank account. Like a person that takes something one says and prints only half the sentence to make it seem totally different is what I believe you're doing here. And yet I'm saying that about Steve Olson, and I've proven it. Because he claimed that, oops, this oops, they let the truth out and then they deleted it, when really he was just posting a video about one image and not the other, and lying about one being deleted when it was not. He lied. He wasn't making a mistake. He's very much aware of what he was doing, and everybody else caught him on it. You're mad at me. That's nice. I remember this image, and Steve overdrove the image to show the image inside the blank area as being similar to a lens flare showing up on some camera images. So he redid the processing by changing the contrast and brightness. Yes, because it's a 16-bit depth, effectively black and white image that's being turned into either false color or something of that nature, because your computer screens are really just limited to 8-bit depth, ratio of 1 to 256. I explained all that in the video. You didn't watch the video, did you? Why would you watch a video that explains to you you're being lied to by Steve Olson when you can just come along and say exactly the same thing I said in the video to me, about me instead of about Steve Olson, with nothing to back it up? Yeah, it's a tactic. It's supposed to infuriate people. Next, on the WSO Steve Olson 404 video, where I talk about him losing a channel because I didn't explain it in the video, but I don't have to. He lost his channel because he kept not telling us the sources for his information, and when we found out what it was, we alerted them that he was misrepresenting where he got his information from. He refused to put links back to stuff. I put links in my videos, and I don't get my videos flagged because they said, yeah, all you have to do is link back to our stuff. But if you do that, that means someone can double-check your assertions about it, like the fact that he was faking the time and date stamps to say the moon shouldn't be there. It was a video of him showing the moon on some webcam and saying it was NIBIRU. The same poppycock everybody keeps doing. What's your problem with WSO? I believe I've explained that. He's a liar. It's not a mistake. He's a liar. Next person. I'm praying for you. Hope your sanity returns soon. Somewhere along the way, I hope you find a conscience in the Lord. So I'm supposed to... You equate conscience with being religious. But all I see are people who are quasi-religious, like this person, saying, I'll pray for you. What that means is, I hope you burn in hell. This sort of backhanded crap is such a stereotype, I wondered if this was really a Christian fundamentalist. Most Christians deny these sorts of people because they're the judge not lest thee be judged kind of persons. They violate that rule. As for my sanity, I'm not insane. The video you posted that to is me just kind of gloating a bit, but he deserved what he got because WSO Steve Olson did something that was stupid. Bering did a similar thing. He kept using some copyrighted data, and he'd been using it for a long time, and he just finally got someone's attention. That's sad, but that is what happened. And I'd like to point out, I didn't flag WSO Steve Olson's videos. I told the company that I got the information from that he was using their information and misrepresenting where it came from. Sort of like him pointing to Navy Sachi images and saying they're from someplace else, so that nobody can track down what he's talking about. He didn't leave any links or even an explanation. He lied. Are you proud now? Really? Free will, free speech, free choice? WTF? Yeah, I am. Free will and free speech, it's a good thing. And you're going to bring up something here that you're not supposed to say if you're going to be liking this guy. You're claiming this about me, so this is somebody straw manning here. Let's impose our righteous beliefs. God, you guys need to look in a mirror once in a while. Let's harm someone who didn't harm us. Again, I haven't actually done anything to Steve Olson. I didn't do anything. You guys have been brigading on my channel for about 3 days now. Apparently, I didn't know it was happening. Because we disagree with them. Yeah, literally, I'm wondering if you're screaming at a mirror here. What if he's making money? What is it to you? He makes money by lying to people and not giving them sources of information, and I'm going to bring up the irony of your next set of statements. Did he hurt you personally? No, he actually didn't hurt me personally. I got threatens. I got lots of threats. I get called out, and people spread bullcrap rumors about me. But I don't consider that harmful because, again, it's the internet. Nobody is forced to pay him. No, they're compelled to pay him because they're looking for someone to fill that drug-like need of theirs, to be told something that isn't true because they want to believe it more than reality, because they don't like reality. But anyway, we'll move on. Yes, one may differ, agree to disagree. No, I don't agree to disagree. That's not how the real world works. That's for stuff that doesn't really matter. The guy is lying about stuff, and you're mad that I'm pointing it out and proving it. Again. Time is money. Why did you stick that in? Is he not allowed to make money for his time? Yes, he is. But if he gets money for telling people things that aren't true and perpetuating myths that have, in some cases, caused people to commit suicide, he doesn't have a right to avoid critique, or more accurately, getting debunked. It's not your purview to tell me to not do this. I love how the rules only apply one way here. These double standards must be amazingly fun for you guys. Are you the gatekeeper of right and wrong? No, I'm not the gatekeeper of right and wrong. Those are fuzzy. I'm the wingnut that keeps the planet on its axis, because what I do is I don't look up right and wrong. I just look up fake and not fake. He's a fake. I'm allowed to point that out. Welcome to free speech and the world we're in. You gloat over closing his income. I didn't close it. I gloat over the fact that he got it closed. I gloat over the fact that I told him 5 times, 5 different communications, tell us where you got this from and stop misrepresenting it. And he basically gave me a snotty reaction. He does this all the time. That's his modus operandi. He won't do that around people that like him, but he'll do that to everybody else, and he goes into instant psycho mode. I don't have to have any sympathy for him or any dignity towards him. He treats everybody very badly when they simply ask him, where did you get these images from? Why do you keep saying it's Setchi when it's not? Basic stuff. Nope, he won't be sane. So he threw the first punch, guys. Come on. You know that. You can hear him do that. You know he'll do that. You want to do that. You just don't have the guts to do it yourselves. How do you generate your income? I do computer repair work, and I have a relative who's making sure I have the bare minimum every month so that I don't starve. As one does not need to make money, please give me your email address and I'll provide you with my bank details to deposit all the money you generate, as you don't need it. So you want me to pay you money because you're strawmanning me in some way and demanding that I somehow explain this. That's interesting. Or is this the shill argument? You're not being very clear on this. Shame on you. Live and let live. No, I will not live and let live. When someone comes to my channel and gets mad at me, by the way, he's one of many people who came to my channel and thought I was talking about him because he's oversensitive and paranoid about something else. He picked the fight first. You won't acknowledge that. No, he can do no wrong. Next one. Why do you feel it's so important to go after a NIBIRU researcher? I know nothing about your site, but you seem to be very vindictive. Everyone, including you, needs to repent, pal. I don't have to repent anything. I haven't actually sinned. And I'm not saying that I'm without sin. I mean, I haven't done anything worth confessing to. I literally avoid doing bad things. Do you? I don't lie to people and get them to think that the world's coming to an end. That's a sin. Taking the Lord's name in vain is a sin. I'm an atheist and I'm a better Christian than most of you jerks. I'm not the one going to hell here. This is yet another fake religious person. You know nothing about me or my work. Because you didn't watch the video. You just posted the stuff because I went after Steve Olson by pointing out that he lied and proving it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Come on. Okay, next. Why do I feel it's so important to go after people who claim about NIBIRU? I go after Pluto Killer, that's his name on Twitter, because he's also effectively producing fake information. Well, not fake information. He's misguided, in my opinion. The rest of you people are lying. It takes 2 to lie, 1 to lie, and 1 to listen. You guys are the listeners. I'm allowed to critique you. You don't like it, don't post things publicly. You're going to get critiqued anyway. You can't special snowflake this stuff. Why do you feel it's so necessary to go after this person? Because he's lied, because he got oversensitive and got in my face, because he screams at people, and he doesn't listen. He's an impenetrable wall of trolling. And he deserves what he gets, because he brings it on himself. He loves it. He has histrionic personality disorder or something. Okay, he's going to get played with. All he has to do is stop posting fake proof. He did it immediately after he got his new channel. That's all. I don't go after a lot of other channels that talk about NIBIRU because they talk about it in a hypothetical sense, or they say, here are images that have been sent in, people are claiming are NIBIRU. They may or may not be NIBIRU. Judge for yourself. That's the proper way to present it. I have no problem with that. That's how we would find it. No, I'm not kidding. That and telescopes and NASA. We double-check NASA. That's what it means to be a citizen journalist. Not someone who just goes on and screams at you because you point out that Steve Olson showed pictures of the moon and claimed it was another planet because he refused to acknowledge where the image came from. He went out of his way to cut off the part of the video that told you that information. I'm not the one who did that. He did. He lied. I didn't. I don't have to lie. If he had legitimately seen something unusual in the sky, that would have been interesting. I got one person recently, well, not recently, where I couldn't identify what it was because there were so many other possibilities for it. But the best I could tell him was it was probably, at that point, it probably was Mars, but I don't know. Never commented again. I'd love to know what the answer was. But at least that person told me the time and date stamp and where it was pointing. See, that's called actually wanting to know the answer. Steve doesn't want to know the answer. He wants you to believe whatever he tells you because he's a liar. I'm not the one doing something wrong here. I'm not the one who needs to repent. Just don't go where you don't like. An unhappy person you seem to be. What are you, Yoda? He picked the fight with me. I posted a video on how to do something, a practical guide on how to star find, and how to make sure you're not looking at Venus, I think it was. He got mad at me. I didn't do anything to him. You think I seek this guy out? Maybe I should. Maybe I should just pester him for the rest of the time. Whatever. Anyway, why troll people? I didn't troll him first. He's the one who got mad at me because he thought I was talking about him. I was talking about everybody who posts fake videos. I guess he got a little oversensitive. There's a God up there. No, there isn't, because you haven't proven it to me, and every time you guys claim you're going to prove it by saying the world's going to come to an end, it doesn't happen. I'd believe in a God if you guys would stop lying so much. And I'm not kidding. I mean that, because that's a better explanation than a lot of the other ones we've got. But it's really you guys who claim to be religious people who are just vindictive twits that have convinced me there is no God. Because everything you've ever said throughout my entire lifespan has been a lie. Even if you're just repeating it. And when someone proves to you that you said something that just isn't true, even if it's something that has nothing to do with God, you guys invoke God and get mad. God is your get-out-of-logic card. Most of the religious people I know don't do that, because that's stupid. And that's taking the name of God in vain. You people are pathetic. And you'd better hope you're wrong about His laws, because you're going to burn in hell instead of me. Because I don't even do that. I really don't. You need to repent. God's everyone's judge. Really? Well, He doesn't seem to be taking out any of the jerks on this planet much. Not necessary for you to play judge, jury, and executioner. And yet we're the only ones who do, because God doesn't judge anybody and take them out in our lifespans. You will be judged and you will be dealt with. Because that's how the real world works. We have the right to critique each other. We have the right to keep each other on the straight and narrow. WSO Steve Olson is lying to you guys. I just found out about this. I'm not having received any posted videos from him over a month in my home section. I will find out the truth and who are the liars and innocents in this issue. Okay, I'll save you the trouble. Everybody who claims NIBIRU or whatever exists and refuses to provide proof or fakes it is lying. Every one of us who debunks it and explains that we'd be perfectly happy if he'd produce some truth and proof, we're not lying. You're screaming at the wrong people, and you're claiming this has to do with whether or not I believe in a God or whether or not God's going to get me. God's not your big badass who's going to be backing you up. God's your imaginary friend that keeps you from having to be logical or take responsibility for your actions. Stay off my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.